guys, it's Rob, and thank you for checking out today's YouTube video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Central Ohio's longest running monthly show. It's just a 25-table show that's been going on for 10 years plus now. I've been putting on shows for 15 years, and if you've been in this hobby more than 6 or 7 years, you're kind of considered an old head. This is an older style show, a show that's not based on Zion cases and $500 hits, but on quarter boxes and relationships that can be built. So we hope you check this out, and we hope you enjoy coming to this show. Thank you for checking out the video, and we'll see you next time.
So I'll tell you what yes. Yeah. I mean, the short answer is yes. I'll tell you what I think affects it is I think I kind of mentioned this to you when you called. When Rob from Burbank Cards is getting just 3 cases of hobby, when he's getting 20% more of a product than me, there is a definite stance on Topps' part that we're going to give you minimal hobby and jumbo, then re-offer it to you very close to secondary market. That puts a short, just even in the time frame that it's going to take me to get my next case that I overpaid for of Topps Chrome Football, just puts a shortage in the market with breakers and stuff. So yeah, I think it does. They did give us a decent amount, I feel, of the Bowman basketball that comes out next week. But Bowman baseball, last year I got 2 jumbo, 3 hobby, and I got 1 and 1. And I think that's going to be the pattern. So it's all controlled by, I don't think we can blame one thing. I don't think we can blame Topps and be like, don't try to make money. I don't think we can blame shops for trying to make money and breakers for trying to make money, but again, it comes down to as long as people are willing to pay, it's going to, but it's tough. And honestly, what I put my Chrome out for, I was dumb. I literally lost, I could have easily made $300 more a box. And so, yeah. So it's multi-sport. Yeah, and I think there's 1 auto guaranteed, and they're all serial numbered, pretty low. And here? Okay. He's like, I'm going for it.
Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard.
1-1.
1-1. No.
You don't get 2 honors.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You got Rocco and you got Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
And it is green marker.
And it's 1 at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's Did you show that to that one specifically closer? Okay. Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
So what is there to pull? What? And it gets into sports I've lost over the last few years, and even this is
Yeah, that's relatively new.
Okay.
Fantastic Four.
It's just Fantastic Four.
It is. It is just Fantastic Four, and then there's even products that are just Deadpool.
I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it really depends. Different stuff in every sport. The hobby boxes are pretty high, nowadays, but those are the ones with the guaranteed hits.
Do you have any of those?
So most of what you see here is a hobby box.
Okay,
So most of what you see here is a guaranteed, you know, auto or two autos or that. Yeah.
What's special about that one?
So what you get is one on card auto, one autograph relic, and one relic or quad per box. So it's basically like the three hits are the big selling point there.
We're gonna get one of them. Or
You're-
you get three. One
You
of
get
each.
one of each.
One of each.
Yep, you get one of each for sure.
If Topps makes a set, is that considered part of one set, or is that its own set right there?
That's its own separate thing.
Own set. So like, how many sets do they make for baseball?
Rough guesstimate 30.
Wow.
That'd
Just
be
Topps or no?
so that gets confusing because Topps does Bowman
Yeah.
also. So it's like under the Topps name, you know, probably 20 in a baseball year, and then under Bowman another 5.
So this is the same year.
This is actually 2025. This is yep, you're right.
About 2025?
This came out pretty late in 2025, but yeah.
And these are different sets.
Completely. This is very prospect driven. A lot of like guys in the minors or guys that got drafted, and this is going to be more stars,
Right.
or at least
2 years you could have auto.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. And so there's a whole group of people in this hobby that are only doing like the Bowman stuff. They're like prospect guys. That's their big thing is they want to buy Bowman. They want to buy those sort of things. Then there'd be a whole other group of guys that are like, I don't want to wait 3 years for somebody to take off. Give me the big hit from this. And then you get into, when it's not Topps made, you get into licensed, unlicensed. Now Topps is all licensed. Yeah, that's basketball.
So these boxes will have one autograph.
Yeah, one autograph and 2 relics. Yeah.
And then what's the relic card?
So the relic could be a piece of game-used jersey. It could be a piece of bat. It could be something that wasn't actually used in a game, but they wore for a photo shoot or something. Topps is moving more toward game-used for sure.
Judd and Otani are the chases.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, if you
Among
could get
others.
yeah, Judge and Otani, yeah, for sure. For sure.
1,000?
Yes, it is. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah.
I mean, I collect some high-end stuff. I just
Yeah.
haven't got. I got away from sports years ago.
Yeah. So 5 years ago, this product would have been $150.
Right.
Yeah.
It just keeps going up.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but that's. Are you saying it came out 5 years ago? That's why.
No, that's actually just came out this
You're
week.
just saying how the industry is going crazy.
Yes. Yeah, because it used to be the average hobby box on my shelf was $150. Now it's close to $4. Yeah.
Yeah, people just need to.
Do we do breaks? We
You
do.
do it on Mondays or something.
Yeah, we do Mondays. Yeah, breaks on Monday nights.
What's whatnot or something.
No, so we actually just do it on Facebook Live, but I'll get a lot of points to start doing Fanatics Live with Topps, and that's probably where I'd go instead of
How does
watching
that work? Isn't there like I thought there was like they only have like 100 breakers or something?
on.
Some stories on that.
Yeah, I don't know. So I recently what I heard is they're connecting Fanatics Collect and Fanatics Live, and that's why there's been a little delay in letting people on. Now I think they want to grow it bigger. If you're an MVP account with Topps, I'm sure they would love for you to be on there. And so yeah, I plan to do that. And
Good luck to you.
yeah, and doing some breaking, but yeah, it's just a lot of social media stuff now, of course. Just you guys been to the show before?
No, this is our first time.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Do you live around here?
Yeah, we're in like the Pickerington area.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
So
You
I
guys,
just looked up, see what shows were happening this weekend, and this came up.
yeah, it's a smaller show, relatively speaking, but we've been doing it for like 10 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. So usually we're pretty much show monthly, but I've been doing some bigger shows, so can't be 2 places at once, so we had to cancel a few. But yeah, there's a flyer on it. But of course, on our social media, we talk about all that stuff. But
Yeah, it was on Facebook. I saw it. Last week we went to one in Chillicothe.
oh yeah, we were there.
You were too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we were set up there.
Okay.
Yeah, Yep, Weaver said it. And is he more Pokemon?
Yeah.
Okay, so this isn't a great Pokemon show. So this show, that May 30th, it's in Chillicothe at the Ross County Fairgrounds.
Okay.
And so it's about double or triple this size. It's 60 tables, so it's almost triple.
Okay.
There's more Pokemon there.
Okay.
It's not exclusively Pokemon, but there's at least 6 or 7 tables of Pokemon. How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
That's the lucky one.
No, sir, help me out here. I'm
Okay.
100% vintage, and I'm not into these new things at all.
Yeah.
What am I looking for if I pay $30 for this?
So there are short prints. It used to be easier to find them because they were at a certain
There are what now?
short prints.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, so there are cards that they literally made a few less of certain key players. It used to be easier to identify who they were because you just at the back when it got to like 300 in the set, the last 100 were like short prints or the last 50. Now it's a little bit more difficult. You actually have to look at the back of the card, and the style of those cards are very much so what you're used to, 70s, 80s looking.
So
Do they
they're
rotate? Are they
Yes, you're
so
exactly.
like this year? Like the 26s will be 77
Yes,
vintage, and then
next year will be 78, and next year will be 79.
So what are those? What years?
I do believe this is. Where are we at on this? I can't remember exactly what these cards look like to even. I do think you're right around
I
70.
just saw 77 fall.
So there's only one. It's not like multiple years, like vintage years. It's not,
No.
It's all 1 year.
It's all.
So
It's all
this
going to
would
look
be
like
all
the.
like 77.
Yep.
Here. It's all the same.
Yeah, it's all going to be current players in the 77 design. Yep.
So
What's the hit out of the boxes?
So when you're talking blasters, there's no like guaranteed hits 90% of the time. So there can be autographs, maybe like 1 in 8, 1 in 10. You might get
10 boxes.
1 in 10 boxes. Yeah.
Is there a way that you can buy like a case and you're guaranteed something?
Well, like hobby boxes, you're guaranteed something. I don't have any. And if you bought an entire case, yeah, you could probably count on 3 to 4 autographs in a case. I don't have like a whole case of those. So they do limit production. Yeah, I would say there probably are out there. They limit production on certain stuff, and certain stuff they don't seem to. So it's really weird.
So, to me, I told him I'm comparing this to it's like buying a scratch-off lottery ticket.
I mean, it is, but if that's a scratch off, I don't know what that box is. Like, did you see how much that is? $1,000. Yeah, $1,000. Yeah. My average sell in the shop, average customer, is $400.
Really?
Yeah, that's the average sale
Okay,
for a hobby box.
You don't look too busy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'll
Yeah.
take your time if you are.
Oh no, I'm not.
What am I looking for there?
The rookies for the NFL last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the hot chase. There's also a very, what was that? Well, they don't have that was Panini.
Yeah.
But there are something in here that is like the downtown. It's called a kaiju, and then they have an ultraviolet. The ultraviolets go for a couple grand. If you hit a kaiju of one of the rookies,
The one
I seen one last
it's
night sell
200.
for
I think TCG
10.5.
players 230-ish. Yeah, I'm two.
Good, buddy. Sounds like a good risk to me.
And I don't want to say this because I'm
Yeah,
not 100%,
Venmo,
but this product
PayPal or debit card. credit
more
card.
than ever has seemed like
Yeah, we have a shop
you're-
in Circleville.
you're better at getting the higher hit out of the hobby and jumbo than just buying a blaster.
Yep.
People buy a blaster because
No
it's
problem, buddy.
affordable, and then if you hit,
I don't even know what a blaster means.
so
That-
a blaster's just a small box.
That's those things are 30, 25 to 50 range.
The hobby is where you're going to get one autograph
So
box.
you just said in your opinion, if you have the money, you're better off to buy that than those.
So
Okay, let me. Yes, yes.
Every time you want to buy one of those, take it from this pocket and put it in this pocket. When you have enough
When
thousand,
you have
to
it,
buy
when
it.
you have, yeah, when you
I'll
have
s- I'll say that because and just for example, comparing the best hit you can get out of this and the best hit you can get out of this is easily triple what you'll get out of this.
okay.
it is so much controlled by the secondary market.
Okay.
These not so much. They make enough. Like this is something like they give us enough that if you walked in Walmart right now, I'm actually cheaper than Walmart or Target on
You are?
some of these.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So if you walked in, but you could maybe get lucky and find them. This is hobby shop only, and they keep giving us what's called hobby or jumbos or delight, or all under the idea of shop only stuff. And so they give us less and less. So they'll give us like, you get one case. Last year I got 3 cases. This year maybe I get 1 case.